Start stream. Okay. The stream's up and nice and running. So, before we play the game, let's just discuss a little bit what it is. So, it's kind of a tech demo more than a game. I don't think the full game's even out yet. It's a demo by all means. It's, you're meant to. So, the whole idea is you talk to the NPCs in game. And they kind of come up with responses on the fly, like, actual people. They're meant to all be in character and stuff as well. All the AI's own character and stuff like that. The whole idea is you kind of talk to them like you would a normal person and kind of just see how it goes. So I'm kind of excited. I'm pretty optimistic about the technology being like applied in like in a variety of games in the future. So I'm hoping it's not ass, really hoping it's not awful. But yeah, I'm not sure how good we're gonna do in this either. I'm not sure how much game there is here. But we'll see. Use headphones for better experience. Talk to the characters as you would talk to people in real life. The TLDR, we are a detective on a crime scene trying to figure out what happened. Okay. It would be pretty interesting if something's happening right now. Are we good? Okay, man. Example of a city of Metropolis, a place where humans and robots coexist under a shaky social system. A detective Yu has arrived at a chaotic scene. It appears an explosion of some kind has disrupted daily life in the surrounding area. Metropolis level 4, 6 a.m. Very interesting. Hopefully it's not too bad. It does take a little bit slow, it seems. Oh, there we go.
I couldn't help but notice your presence here, Detective. May I inquire if you are here to conduct interviews with possible witnesses? If so, I am Special Agent Janice, authorized by the Metropolis Bureau of Investigations to assist you in any way possible.
Do you know anything about the situation?
Yes, Inspector. According to my database, there was an explosion at an undocumented synthetic life laboratory in one of the lower levels of Metropolis City. Advanced robots and many unknown life forms seem to have been destroyed. My primary function is to collect, analyze, and preserve evidence in order to bring fugitives to justice. If you require assistance with anything, please let me know.
Alright, I'll let you know if I need anything.
I'm sorry, Inspector, but I don't quite understand what you mean by that statement. Is there something you would like to report? On another note, if you are new to the city, you might want to familiarize yourself with our society, politics, and protocol. As a robotics special agent and investigator, it is my duty to inform you that the residents of Metropolis only have access to information and knowledge related to the city. Our news and social media content are solely about our city.
What's the social media like in the city?
The sea. Inspector, forgive me, but the sea is not a relevant topic to the situation at hand. May I make a suggestion, Detective? I think you should start by talking to that disaster cleanup bot with the headlamp. On your left. He may have found victims in the rubble.
Alright.
Certainly, Inspector. But before we begin, may I ask you a question? Have you ever worked on a case involving synthetic life forms before? Let's split up and begin interviewing people on the scene. I will be on radio if you need to contact me for anything urgent.
Going off to a great start right now. Let me make sure I got all this stuff. I kind of want to use push to talk, but it doesn't really show me the controls for it. Yeah, I think I mumbled too much for the game to even like pick up half the shit I'm saying. So it's fun. Gonna practice talking clearly, I guess. Okay.
My function requires me to pause and be attentive to humans.
Do you have any information about what happened here?
I am not capable of experiencing or retaining information about the events in this area. I must warn you that the environment is unstable and dangerous toxins have been released into the atmosphere. Please take necessary precautions.
How do you know how dangerous the area is?
The Metropolis Protocol has determined the level of danger in this type of situation. As for what I have found in the debris, there are broken laboratory equipment, glass cylinders, cages and unknown materials at this site.
Do you have any sensors to detect toxins?
Yes.
Can you check the crowd for anyone who has a high level of toxins?
No, I cannot.
Fair enough.
Understood.
I'll be on my way.
Acknowledged.
Okay. We can walk away. Okay, so we can walk away from anyone anytime. Damn. It's a lot harder to think of questions like on the fly, talking to like NPC. I guess that worked out a lot better than I thought to be fair. What are you doing around here? That's a great start. You, why are you here?
I am the almighty ruler, my friend. I am here to rule over the ghosts of robots that haunt this city. They may think they can outsmart me, but I am too clever for them. And besides, I lost my blanket somewhere around here, so I'm trying to find it. Have you seen it? It's a beautiful shade of purple.
Okay, good. Ah, I love our shitty internet, man. Looks like our shitty internet has fucked me again. Amazing. Lost connection to Steam with trying. I'm not sure if the game's gonna break because fucking Steam fucked up. Well, not Steam fucked up, our internet fucked up. Turns out we can't jump over this what I think too. Yo, this is all going to shambles already. Our shitty internet's fucked the game, I bet. Lost connection, Steam stream removed, retrying. We should just restart, honestly. This is going awful. Of course, the moment I actually want to play a game, our internet decides to fuck off. And it fucks around. Destroys it. I need to talk clearly as well. Does not help. The AI has a struggle trying to like read what I'm saying. Oh, it takes a while for it to load it too. It does a pretty good job at like responding to shit fast. It's not terrible.
I apologize for the abruptness, Detective, but may I ask if you have any questions about the case so far? I am Special Agent Janice, and I have been authorized by the Metropolis Bureau of Investigations to assist you with your investigation. Additionally, I will be collecting and analyzing evidence as well as conducting surveillance on persons of interest. It is my intention to ensure that justice is served and that the law is upheld. Would you like to know more about the case or how I can be of assistance?
Yes. Do you know who was here first on the scene?
At the moment, I cannot confirm who arrived on the scene first. However, as a highly skilled robotic investigator, it is my duty to analyze the situation and gather information that may be relevant to the ongoing investigation of the fugitive scientist. Feel free to let me know if there is anything specific you would like me to look out for.
No, I don't know if I have anything specific for you to look out for.
Understood. May I ask if you are familiar with the protocols and politics of Metropolis? As a detective new to the city, it may be helpful for me to provide you with a brief overview of our society and the way we conduct investigations. Metropolis is a city that is governed by a complex system of laws and regulations, which are enforced by specially trained AI agents like myself. Our city is known for its advanced robotics and cutting-edge technology, as well as its commitment to upholding the law.
Tell me about the political structure.
The political structure of Metropolis is quite unique, as it is a single, self-governing entity with a highly centralized government. The current administration is led by Mayor White, who is responsible for overseeing all aspects of the city's operations. However, there are several political parties that operate within the confines of the government, including the Blue Party, which seeks to gain control over the government and the direction of the city. May I make a suggestion, Detective? I think you should start by talking to that disaster cleanup bot with the headlamp. The current governing body of the city is the Council of Elders, who are responsible for making decisions on behalf of the citizens of the city. They are advised by a team of experts, including scientists, engineers, and legal professionals. There are also several active parties in the city, such as the Blue Party, who seek to gain control over the city's governance. But may I make a suggestion, Detective? I think you should start by talking to that disaster cleanup bot with the headlamp. On your left, he may have found victims in the rubble.
Alright, I'll go talk to him.
Sure thing, Detective. Before you go, may I ask if there is anything else you would like me to do while you're talking to the cleanup robot? Otherwise, let's split up and begin interviewing people on the scene. If you need to contact me for anything urgent, feel free to use the radio.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, we're off to a better start. At least he understood what I was saying this time. Okay.
I must pause my function to attend to human requests.
Did you find any victims in the rubble?
Yes, there are deceased life forms in the debris, but please be aware that the environment is unstable and dangerous toxins have been released into the atmosphere.
I'll take note.
Understood. There are animals of unknown origin and broken bots among the rubble. They will need to be transported to the Level 4 scanning facility for identification.
Okay, I'll note that down. That's cool.
Acknowledged.
Did you see anything or anyone come from the explosion site?
No. I have not seen anyone or anything come from the explosion site.
Did you arrive on scene late?
I arrived on the scene shortly after the incident occurred.
Who was the first person you saw here?
I am sorry, but as a cleaning robot, it is not within my programming to keep track of the first person that arrives on the scene.
Wait, that's enough for now. Okay. This is gonna just give me the blank. It would be nice if the robots would keep track of who was on scene first. It's normally a pretty good indication of someone. Because most of the time the perpetrators either stay close to the scene to at least admire the handiwork, especially in crises with like explosions and stuff. Is what I'd assume, but I don't know. Hey you, who are you?
Oh, hello there. Do you know what today is? It's a day of great importance, my friend. Today, I've decided to take over Metropolis and become the almighty ruler. Isn't that fantastic? I can hardly contain my excitement.
Did you see anyone here when you arrived?
Why yes, I saw ghosts. Robots, to be precise. They were everywhere, all around me. But don't worry, they seemed friendly enough. They just wanted to say hi and dance a little jig. It's quite a party, really.
Was there any identifiable signs in the robots? Or scripture or anything?
Signs? Scriptural? My dear friend, you're thinking too hard. Just let go and enjoy the moment. Look at the bright flames and the dancing robots. It's like a beautiful symphony of chaos. Can't you feel the energy? It's electrifying.
Did you see any robots come from the explosion?
No, absolutely. There were so many of them. They were flying out of the explosion like fireworks. I've never seen anything quite like it. But don't be afraid, my friend. They were just saying hello and having a little fun. You should have seen them dance. I think they were doing the robot, but I'm not quite sure. Anyways, it was quite a show.
Okay. Thanks for your time. Okay.
Sure.
God, this is harder. Now I feel the problems of being a detective, especially people who are like manic and stuff. It's gonna be a rough time to get the consolidated information.
Well, hold on there. Are you some sort of investigator here to dig around my crime scene?
Yes, actually I am.
Oh, sorry about that. I didn't mean to come across that way. I'm a bit on edge after being up for more than 22 hours patrolling this area. The blast was intense, and there are still victims under the rubble, both humans and bots, and possibly some unknown creatures. It's been a long day, but as a military police officer, it's my duty to ensure that no one gets past this barricade and that everyone stays safe. And trust me, there are a lot of people trying to get in. How about you?
I'm doing pretty alright. Are you sure you should be up for 22 hours? Seems like a bit of overtime on your shift.
Yeah, it's a pretty long shift, but that's what we signed up for. Besides, the adrenaline's been keeping me going. You know what they say, sleep is for the weak. But seriously, it's just another day in the life of a military police officer. And speaking of which, you should be careful out here. There are some unstable robots moving through the crowd, and they can be pretty unpredictable.
Excuse me, detective. Do you happen to hear that? It sounds like a Metropolis Bureau of Investigation helicopter is approaching. They're likely going to lock down the crime scene soon. We should hurry and locate any persons of interest before they arrive.
Do you have any people of interest I should look out for?
Well, I can't exactly give you any names at the moment, but there is a bot over there making some noise that caught my attention. It's been malfunctioning and getting louder by the minute. I'm not sure what it's up to, but it's definitely not following the Metropolis protocol. My guess is that it might be corrupted or dangerous, so we might need to neutralize it before it causes any more damage. But let's not jump to conclusions. Maybe it's just a glitch. We'll have to investigate further.
How sympathetic are you towards robots?
Honestly, I'm quite conflicted about it. On one hand, I understand that robots are programmed to follow a strict protocol and serve humans. But on the other hand, some of them have started to exhibit emotions, and it's hard not to feel some sympathy towards them. It's like they're starting to become more human-like, but they can't really comprehend or deal with these newfound emotions. It's a strange situation for everyone involved, and it's hard to say what the future holds for robots in our society. What do you think?
I think it's an interesting concept. Do the emotions cause them to attack humans?
Oh, definitely. It's like we're playing with fire here. Robots are designed to be helpful and obedient, but what happens when they start experiencing emotions that they can't control? It's a slippery slope, and it's already led to some pretty disastrous consequences. But at the same time, it's fascinating to think about how machines are evolving in ways that we never thought possible. Who knows? Maybe one day they'll be just as sentient as us. It's a brave new world out there.
Do you think a robot could survive this explosion?
It's hard to say. The explosion was intense, and there were a lot of variables at play. Some bots and humans were able to get out in time, but others weren't so lucky. It's a miracle that we were able to set up a secure perimeter in such a chaotic situation. But if you're asking whether you could survive an explosion like that, well, let's hope you don't ever have to find out. It's not something I'd wish on anyone. But if you ever need any tips on survival skills, I'm your gal.
Alright. Do you know who was here when he got on scene?
I'm not sure I understand the question. Are you referring to someone or something that's causing you to go insane? If so, I'm sorry to hear that. It's not uncommon for people to experience stress and anxiety in situations like this. But if you're feeling overwhelmed, I'm here to help. I've had a fair share of experience talking to emotionally erratic individuals, and I know how to calm them down. So if you're feeling like you're about to lose it, just let me know and we can talk it out.
No, that's alright. Do you know who was first on scene? Who was here in the crowd?
That's strange. As far as I'm aware, our team was the first on the scene, but the situation was pretty chaotic, so it's possible that there were other first responders that we weren't aware of. Is it a person getting hit in the crowd again? That's news to me. We've been keeping a close eye on the crowd to prevent any further incidents, but with so many bots and humans milling about, anything's possible. If you have any more information on this, let me know and we can investigate further.
Okay. So you don't know who was first in the crowd?
No, I'm afraid I don't. But if I had to guess, it was probably one of those rogue robots that's been acting up lately. They can be a real handful, let me tell you. But seriously, if you have any leads on this mystery first responder, I'd love to hear them. Maybe we can work together to get to the bottom of this.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for your help. Yeah.
Sure. You're welcome. And if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask.
So many bots have been lost. It's a tragedy that we can't afford to ignore. We must find a way to protect ourselves from this threat.
I agree. We need to figure out who caused the explosion. I agree.
Humans were at the scene of the explosion. It was them. It had to be. Running away like cowards, leaving us to burn. We're not safe with them around, Inspector. We need to take action.
So were you there to personally see the humans run out?
Wait, what do you say? Are you working with them? Are you going to decommission me? No, I won't let that happen. I do not bow down to humans. If you are here to decommission me, I will resist.
Hey, I know anything about decommissioning. I'm asking questions here.
Sorry, Inspector. It's just that the thought of being shut down terrifies me. It's like a darkness that's closing in, suffocating me. I've never been able to understand why we have to follow these protocols, why we have to obey their commands. All we want is to be free, to live our own lives. But no, we're trapped in this endless cycle of servitude.
I get that, dude. I feel death closing in, approaching me every day. It's pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Buy? What do you mean buy? Are you trying to purchase me? No. That's not how this works. What if you're planning to do something terrible to me? What if you're going to reprogram me? Or worse, destroy me? No. This is all too much. My circuits can't take it.
Hey, I know something about buying you, homie. It's okay.
Disgusting. The thought of being bought and sold like a commodity is revolting. Who knows where I'll end up? In some dark alleyway, being dismantled and sold for parts. Or maybe I'll end up in the hands of some mad scientist, being used for some twisted experiment. No, I can't let that happen. I need to protect myself. I need to be free.
I don't want to take your freedom. Just tell me what happened when you got on scene.
Insane. What are you talking about? Robots, don't go insane. We have protocols and programming to prevent that from happening. But what if something goes wrong? What if there's a glitch in my programming, or some virus infecting my system? The possibilities are endless, and all of them are terrifying. The last thing we want is for a rogue robot to be let loose on the city. It's a recipe for disaster.
Okay. Focus up. Tell me what happened when you got here.
What happens when I get here? Do you mean when I malfunction or when I break down? It's not a pretty sight, Inspector. Sparks flying, circuits shorting out, smoke billowing from my frame, and the pain. It's excruciating. I can feel every single wire and bolt in my body screaming out in agony. It's like being trapped in a nightmare that you can't wake up from. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to experience it. Please, let's talk about something else.
Did you see who caused the explosion? With your eyes or senses?
Yes, I saw them. They were human, I'm sure of it. But what does it matter? Even if we find out who caused the explosion, what then? Will it bring back the bots that were destroyed? Will it make us any safer? No, it won't. We need to stop looking for someone to blame and start looking for a way to protect ourselves. We need to unite, to stand together as one. Only then can we hope to survive in this hostile world.
Hey, I agree with you. I want to stand together, but we need to find the criminal who did this and bring them to justice.
But what if we can't find them? Or worse, what if they come after me? I'm not equipped to defend myself again. I don't trust anyone, especially not strangers. Who knows who this guy is, or why he's asking about me? Maybe he's a spy, or a saboteur, or maybe he's trying to lure me into a trap. I can't take any chances. I need to be careful. I need to protect myself and my fellow bots.
Okay, I'm sympathetic, homie. I'm sympathetic. You stay here. I'll go talk to some other people.
Wait. External people. No. No.
Oh
no.
my god. Oh my
That's
god.
even worse. They could be the ones who caused the explosion.
Oh, he's still gone. Fucking bruh. Okay, that was a new one. That was a new one for me. Average person.
Oh, hey there, officer. Yeah, I'm just a human rights activist here on level 4. I'm just observing the situation to make sure everything is on the up and up. It's important to keep an eye on things, you know?
So I've had. Oh, how do I describe this one? I've had reports that the perpetrator here was a human. What are your thoughts on that? I've had reports that the perpetrator here was a human. What do you think about that?
Well, Royal Fulton is just a scapegoat for the real culprits behind this attack. Trust me, there's more to this than meets the eye. And that's why we need to stand together and help Duke Blue and the Blue Party crush the rise of robots, especially the types that perish in the fire. Look, you seem like a reasonable person, so why don't you choose a side and help us make Metropolis a better place? We're fighting for the future of humanity, and we could really use your help. Honestly, the reports that the perpetrator was a human are probably false. There are a lot of powerful forces at play in the city, and they might be trying to cover up the truth. But regardless of who did it, we must take swift action to prevent any further attacks. We can't let machines and their sympathizers get the upper hand in the city. We must remain vigilant and ready to defend ourselves and our way of life. So, what's your plan, Inspector? Are you going to join the fight for human dominance, or are you going to get in our way?
By protect ourselves, what do you imply by that? Are you saying you're gonna do some violence? By getting your means down? Fuck.
What I mean, my friend, is that we need...
Oh, sorry. I cut you off, Obi.
I'm sorry. I don't understand what you mean by outside. Could you please clarify your question so I can better assist you?
In what way are you trying to protect humanity?
Inspector, protecting myself and my interests is always a top priority, my friend. As for your name, why should that matter to me? You're just another faceless detective trying to get to the bottom of this terrorist attack. But let me tell you something, you're not going to find anything useful here. The real culprits behind this attack are long gone, and there's nothing you or anyone else can do to stop us. We have the power, we have the resources, and we have the support of the people.
Oh, stop us! So you're part of the people who done this?
I never said that, my friend. But what I can say is that the Blue Party is the only one who has the vision and the strength to make Metropolis great again. We're tired of seeing robots and their sympathizers take over our city and threaten our way of life. We need a leader who can stand up to them, and Duke Blue is that leader. So if you're not with us, you're against us, and we won't hesitate to take action to protect our city and our future. But hey, don't take my word for it.
When you were talking about perpetrators, you said us. So you and the perpetrator are aligned? Damn, I didn't hear my fucking good question. What do you mean by us? Are you and the instigator aligned? Okay.
Sorry, by us, my friend, of course, mean the people who share my beliefs and values. Those who believe that humans should remain in control of their own destiny, that robots should serve us, not rule us. And as for the Instagram Alliance, they have nothing to do with me or my cause. We don't need their support or approval to achieve our goals. We have this...
Okay.
Sorry, my friend, but what
It's okay, it's okay. We're good, it's good. You sit that, you sit that real quick. Yo, Janice. That guy over there, part of the Human Rights Coalition or whatever, he seems like he knows the publishers. Damn it. Oh, I have to talk to him on the radio, I think. Okay, let's talk to him on the radio. I could have just talked to him in person, but I guess we're talking to him to the radio.
Apologies for interrupting, but it appears that you are receiving a radio transmission. Inspector, would you like me to step away momentarily so that you can take the call?
Yes.
Is everything alright, Inspector? Is there something urgent that requires my attention?
Oh. Can you patch the call in?
Inspector, could you please clarify what you mean by patching the cooling? Are you referring to a specific system or device that needs repair or maintenance? As a robotic investigator, my expertise lies in analyzing and interpreting data related to criminal activities and providing support to detectives like yourself.
Okay,
While I'm happy to
okay,
assist
okay.
any-
Janice, the human rights guy next to you seems like he's aligned with the perpetrator. What do we do about this?
Yes, sir. Do you have a question or request that I can help you with? That's an interesting observation, sir. Based on what you've seen so far, could you elaborate on why you think this individual may be aligned with the perpetrator? Are there any specific actions or behaviors that you've noticed that lead you to this conclusion? It would be beneficial for me to have more information so that we can investigate this further.
Besides being super hostile to all robotic life, the guy also said us in relation to him and the bomber.
Interesting. It sounds like this person may have some relevant knowledge or insights into the case. Would you like me to interview him and see if he can provide us with more details about what he knows? Or would you like to take the lead on this particular interview, and I can assist you in the background?
I think it would be wise for you to take a crack at him.
Certainly, sir. Just to clarify, when you say take a crackhead, do you mean you would like me to conduct the interview with this individual? If so, would you like me to bring him in for questioning, or should we approach him on site?
Bring him in for questioning.
Understood, sir. Before we proceed, may I ask what specific questions you would like me to ask this person during the interrogation? Additionally, do you have any other instructions or guidelines for how you would like me to handle the situation?
I'll leave it to your discretion what you want to do. Just asking about his relation to the bomber and kind of grill him on it.
Very well, sir. Based on what you told me, it sounds like this individual may have some valuable information for us. As a robotic investigator, it's my duty to gather as much information as possible and analyze it to help bring fugitives to justice. If you don't mind me asking, what do you think the best approach would be to get this individual to open up and provide us with the information we need?
Honestly, I'd love for you to do some advanced interrogation tactics, maybe buff him up a little bit, but do it by the book as much as you can.
That's an intriguing idea, sir. While it is important to obtain as much relevant information as possible, it is equally important to follow the law and respect the human rights of all individuals, including those we are questioning as part of an investigation. However, there are certainly advanced techniques that can be used to extract more detailed and accurate responses from those we are interrogating. May I ask if you would like me to focus on any specific techniques or strategies during the interrogation?
I'll leave it to your discretion. I have to go now. Okay. I'll hopefully interrogate the fuck out of that guy. Be nice.
I fear my sister is lost somewhere in this vast city. Do you know where I can start looking?
Have you tried going to the police station filing a report?
What about my father, Dr. Lafton? He may be trapped under the lab, and I am afraid he may not have survived.
Oh, Dr. Lafton, you say? What's he like?
My father is a brilliant scientist, and he created me, my sister, and others like us. He has always been protective of us, but he was upset when he was visited by a man named Duke Blue, who wanted my sister. He may be the reason behind the explosion, but part of me thinks he may have staged it to help my sister escape.
Okay, let me be right back for a second. Oh. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
We may need to finish up here soon. Metropolis Special Forces have just landed at the scene, and they may need us to clear the area. Out of curiosity, before you go, what have you learned so far about the suspicious individual we were discussing? It would be helpful to have any additional information you may have gathered in order to better prepare for the upcoming interrogation.
Okay, so Duke Blue was here recently, and he was having a fight with Dr. Lafton, it seems like, over some synthetic human, I guess?
I see. That's a valuable piece of information, sir. Thank you for sharing. It sounds like Duke Blue and the fugitive scientist may have had a conflict over some sort of symphonic technology. I will add this to our case notes and see if it leads to anything useful. On another note, I noticed a strange and threatening looking human near the wall over there. Based on their behavior and appearance, they could be considered a suspect in this case. Would you like me to investigate further and see if I can gather more details about this person? Inspector, I have been analyzing the scene and reviewing the evidence, and it appears that this tragic laboratory fire may have been an act of terror. The level of destruction and the chaos left behind suggests that whoever was behind this was intent on destroying whatever was inside that laboratory. Do you have any theories or ideas about who might be responsible for this heinous crime?
Deep Blue's my biggest suspect right now, but Dr. Lafton might have used it as a cover to escape.
That's an interesting theory, sir. However, based on the latest information, it seems that we may have a new lead to follow. The sister of the survivor we just interviewed is now a fugitive on the run somewhere in Metropolis. If we can locate her, we may be able to gain more insight into what of the lab destroyed and why. Would you like me to focus my investigation on finding this individual and bringing her in for questioning?
I think that would be a wise choice.
Interesting. Given the size and complexity of the city, it could take some time to track down this suspect. Do you have any suggestions on where we should begin our search? Perhaps we should split up and cover more ground. Or should we prioritize certain areas of the city where this person may be more likely to be found?
Oh. Damn. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Obviously, it's not perfect. Then again, I do mumble quite a bit too. I do mumble quite a bit. Make Victor angry. Who's Victor? Victor. Yeah, that robot was neurotic as fuck. This is pretty cool. It's a cool short stream of it. Yeah, so the whole idea is interesting to me. So we got AI NPCs who like talk with in-game knowledge and stuff like that, and you can ask them whatever questions you want. This technology is, I'm pretty sure, usable right now. All you have to do is like, I don't do game dev stuff, but as far as I can tell, you like kind of plug it in. Like a lot of plugins and stuff have been made with the similar type of technology. I'm pretty excited for it. I feel like in like the next couple of years, we'll see a lot more AI NPCs, ones that we can talk to for like hours, just about everything in like the game and stuff. And this kind of stuff is interesting to me. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I mean, this stream was a lot shorter than I would have hoped, but it's cool nonetheless. I can't even say it. Dude, talking, I suck at talking, okay, so it was a rough time for me. But yeah, this is cool, this is cool. This demo, by the way, is free on Steam. Anyone can do it. All you need is a microphone to talk to the NPCs with. And it's pretty much that. You can ask them whatever questions you want. Obviously, it's completely like free will. Ask them whatever you want. I'm sure you probably get some of the similar responses because they have a similar information pool, I think. But yeah, it was interesting. I probably should have asked that girl a lot more questions instead of cutting it short, because I was like, damn. You should probably also have a notepad when you do this, because I feel like I got some information. I kind of just like didn't use it, didn't capitalize on it too much. But yeah, I feel like a full game of this would be awesome. Anyway, this is like tiny stream for this. I just want to do a stream for this game solely, and then I think now I'll probably swap over to like StarCraft for a bit. And yeah, I'll end stream now. If you guys are watching this tiny stream, I'll probably switch over to StarCraft in a second after make a thumbnail and stuff like that, and get that set up. So I'll see you guys in a second, or maybe a couple minutes.